Hi everyone, welcome to my channel once again. Today we'll be talking about conversion of metrics. That is how to convert from meters to millimeters, from meters to feet, from meters to inches. Now, let me take you there to what we have today. And remember, my videos are only meant for young graduates, that is young engineers, site managers, site supervisors, those that are still new to site, that are yet to understand what is going on in the site. Though these are the people that my videos are meant for. Now let's see what we have to do. Conversion of metrics. Then what are the metrics that we're talking about? Look at the metrics we are talking about today. We are going to convert from millimeters to meters. Today we are going to convert from millimeters to feet. Today we are going to convert from feet. So we are going to convert from inches to millimeters. We are going to convert from inches to feet. These are the basic ones that we're going to use. But I'm going to teach you how to convert these millimeters to meters, millimeters to feet, inches to millimeters, inches to feet, and also doing it backwards also. If you can do it forward, to convert it backwards will never be a problem. Just follow me on. If you see a full drum plan, it is only used, the only measurement that they use in plants are millimeters. These are the measurements that they use in the drawing. You'll be seeing something like 1200 millimeters, 600 millimeters, 700, 800 millimeters. They are all in millimeters. Now let me teach you how to convert it. If you are in the site, you have like 1000 millimeters, what it is in meters, how to know what you are converting to. Now let's start. This is in millimeters. Millimeters to meters. Just know that the basic point is 1000. 1000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter. This is the basic point you need to know. That every 1000 millimeter is equal to 1 meter. Which means, for example, if we have 1200 millimeters, what is it going to give us in meters? You just divide it by 1000. You divide by 1000, cancel 0. This will give us 1.2 meters. 1.2 meters. That is 1200 millimeters is equal to 1.2 meters. Now let's watch again. Let me take, for instance, your normal door size. You have door sizes that are 900 millimeters. 900 millimeters. What is 900 millimeters in meters? You just divide this by 1000. 1000. You will have your normal 0.9 meters. So this is how to convert from millimeters to meters. Just divide it by 1000, you will get the answer in meters. And if it is in meters, that is doing it backwards now. If you have like 2 meters, what will it be in millimeter? You just multiply it by 1000. It will give you 2000 millimeters. 2000 millimeters. And mind you, I'm not teaching you what is applicable in the school. I'm only teaching you what you can use on the site. What you use on the site, what is obtainable in Nigerian sites. This is what I'm telling you now. So these are the conversion things. So now, let me put it this way, that 1000 millimeter is equal to 1 meter. This is the basic point you need to know. If you know this, to do the conversion will never be a problem. Now let's talk about millimeters to feet. Millimeters to feet. If you are talking about millimeters to feet, just know that the basic point here is that 300 millimeters. This is what is used in the site. 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. This is what is being used in Nigerian site. I don't know about foreign site, but I'm telling you what I know and what I always do. 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. Therefore, if you have, like, let me say, your 900 millimeters, let's know what it will be in feet. Your 900 millimeters. What is the equivalent? If you have a 900 millimeters, you just divide it by 300. Just divide this. You will have your 3 feet, which means your 900 millimeters is equivalent to 3 feet. The 900 millimeters is equivalent to 3 feet. Likewise, if you're doing for 600 millimeters, just like that, it's 600 divided by 300. You cancel it, then you will have your 2 feet. This is the basic point here. This is the basic point. 300 millimeters. This is what you need to know. Is that 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. Then if you are doing it backwards, this is to show. Let me assume they gave you something like you have 4 feet. 4 feet. And you are asked to convert it to millimeters. Maybe somebody will measure something and say it's 4 feet. Then you want to know what is it in millimeters. Then you just say that 4 feet, multiply it by 300, which will give you 1,200 millimeters. 1,200 millimeters. This is it. Just remember the basic point. 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. If you are doing it anywhere, 900 millimeters, 3 feet, you just divide it, just normal. If you are doing it backwards, you will have your 4 multiplied by 300, which is your basic point. If you have your 2 feet, you say 2 feet multiplied by 300 millimeters, it will give you 600 millimeters, which is for the 2 feet. So this is how to convert from millimeters to feet. Just know that the basic point there is 300 millimeters is equal to 1 foot. This is the basic point, the basic idea. If you know this, the conversion will never be a problem for you. Now let's talk about inches to millimeters. Converting from inch to millimeter. If you're converting from inch to millimeter, we have that 25 millimeter is equal to 1 inch. You can do it like this. This is 1 inch. But you are still new to design. Let me be writing it in. But this is the normal way to write it. 1 inch. 25 millimeter is equal to 1 inch. That is to say, in the other way around, that 1 inch is equal to 25 millimeters. This is it. Now, this is where the issue comes. If you have we have 4 inches block, we have 6 inches block, we have 9 inches block. So if you want to know all these things, what are they in millimeters? This is where the issue comes in. For your 4 inches block, you just say 4 times 25, it will give you 100 millimeters. which means your 4 inches block is equivalent to 100 millimeters. For your 6 inches block, you have your 6 inches, you say 6 times 25. It will give you 150 millimeters, which means your 6 inches block is equivalent to 150 millimeters. Then when you talk about your 9 inches block, just say your 9 multiplied by 25, which will give you 225 millimeters. This is how it works. This is how it works. For your whole blocks, I just gave it down. But this is the basic point. You need to know this. This is the basic point. That 1 inch is equal to 25 millimeters. This is what we use inside. This is what we use inside. Now, let me put the basic point here. Know that 1 inch is equal to 25 millimeters. 25 millimeters. 1 inch. Now, let's go down to inch to feet. We are converting from inches to feet. Converting from inches to feet. This is for those people that use feet a lot in their measurements. Okay? 12 inches. Remember, 12 inches is equals to 1 foot. 12 inches is equals to 1 foot. 12 inches is equals to 1 foot. This is how it works. Then, assuming you have your 2 feet, how are you going to convert it? You just say 2 by 12. You are converting to feet, you are not converting to inches. You are converting 2 feet to inches. You have to multiply. But if you are converting from feet to from inches to feet, you have to divide. Yes. We have 2 by 12, which will give us 24 inches. 24 inches, which is 2 feet. This is 2 feet. 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Then 2 feet will give us 24 inches. If you are going down for your 3 feet, you multiply it by 12, you will get it. Just like that, like that. That's the way you use to get from inches to feet. Note, the basic point there is that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Is equal to 1 foot. That is another one. 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. This is it. Okay. Let it not be as if I'm omitting a matrix here, and that is cm. Cm. That is converting from. Let me put it under here. From cm to millimeters. Look at this now. In this converting from cm to millimeters, if you have your 1 cm, 1 cm is equal to 10 millimeters. 1 cm is equal to 10 millimeters. This is the basic point. Now, if you have like 10 cm, which will now be what? Multiply it by 100 by 10, which will give us 100 millimeters. Then, if you have your 30 cm, you know 30 cm is equivalent to 1 foot. 30 cm is equivalent to 1 foot, which you have your 30 cm. What will it be in millimeters? Just multiply it by 10. It will give you 300 millimeters. So that is from cm to millimeters. Then note the basic point here is that 1 cm is equal to 10 10 millimeters. 1 cm is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay, now, with all this, I believe you have at least learned a lot in your conversions. At least things that will help you while you are alone in the site as the site manager, the site supervisor, you are looking at the plan. You only know how to measure with feet, but you are seeing millimeters. How do you do that? That is why I'm doing all these things, for you to learn it well, perfectly. Look at this. Note that 1000 millimeters is equals to 1 meters. Still note that 300 millimeters is equals to 1 foot. Note that 1 inch is equals to 25 millimeters. Note that 12 inches is equals to 1 foot. Note that 1 cm is equals to 10 millimeters. Okay, now let me run it down. Starting from millimeters to meters, I will know that I'm starting from this millimeters. I will know that my 150 millimeters, if I divide it, I will have my 0.15 meters. I'm still using it, and I will still know that my 150 millimeters, this one I converted it to meters. This is in meters, from millimeters to meters. Now I'm doing from millimeters to feet. I still know that my 150 mm is also, if I multiply this by 300, well, 150 mm will give me 150 by 300. Okay, let me break it down in a way that it will be more simpler, so that if I'm running an analysis, I can be getting it because I'm not pressing a calculator here. Yes. Okay, let me use a standard measurement, standard thing, and run it down so easily for me. Okay, I will know that if I am looking at my drawing, I have 1200 millimeters, 1200 millimeters, which is my 1.2 meters. This 1200 millimeters is also my 4 feet. This 1200 millimeters is also my 48 inches. This 1200 millimeters is also my 120 cm. So this is how I've taken it down. But I just jumped this because I'm only using the millimeters, so that you can see how it works. 1200 millimeters, 1.2 meters, 1200 millimeters, 4 feet, 1200 millimeters, 48 inches, 1200 millimeters, 120 cm. So this is a breakdown of it. And I believe with these focal points, if you go through it, you can still learn more. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe on this channel, like it, share it, and then come back. You'll be getting more infos about site works. Thank you so much.